My name is Faith Saunders. On September 29, 2010, I was viciously and brutally attacked and injured by two school officials while visiting my twin nieces during their lunchtime break at their school, Sacramento Country Day School, SCDS, in Sacramento, California. The attacks occurred after I had checked in with the lower school principal and, complying with her request, was walking with her, another official, and a friend to the front office. While I was checking in, my brother Steve had been sitting and conversing with our nieces, who were also sitting with their friends. I am a small-boned, disabled woman, 5'4", who was walking with a cane. Without warning, the large woman with whom I was walking, who was 5'10" and 170 pounds, suddenly attacked me. As I stood in shock less than a minute later, coming from behind me where he had been walking with my brother, I was grabbed just above my right wrist, in the hand that held my cane, by the male headmaster of SCDS, who was 5'10" and approximately 170 to 180 pounds. The headmaster, Stephen Repsher, repeatedly and brutally pulled, pushed, and shook me like a rag doll. I thought Stephen Repsher was going to kill me, as he forcibly held me in place with his strong grip and screamed at me with his rage-filled, contorted face. As he continued to attack me, I was begging him to let go of me, to stop hurting me, to take your hands off me. But he continuously, viciously pulled, pushed, and shook me 8 or more times for what seemed like an eternity. Having repeatedly told him that he was hurting me, he finally said with great emphasis, "I don't care." Having worked for many years teaching and counseling learning disabled and emotionally challenged children and young adults, some who had been in prison and or in mental institutions, I've seen rage and targeting, but by kids, not by adults, and certainly not in a good school where people expect to be safe. When he saw my brother walking towards us, Stephen Repsher finally released me from his strong grip. Shaky, injured, and in shock, yet concerned about our 11-year-old, hysterically crying nieces, I limped toward them to comfort them. Then my brother, a friend, and I left the school. Kristen Hagen, the woman who had attacked me, followed at a distance behind us. In shock, injured, and traumatized by the attacks, I repeatedly stated to my brother, on whom I was leaning, "I can't believe he put his hands on me. I can't believe he hurt me." To which Kristen Hagen said, "I put my hands on you too," as if she didn't want to be left out as one of my two attackers. In terrible pain and traumatized, my brother and I immediately called our doctor, obtained ice from our very red-marked right arm, went to urgent care, and to the police. My mother cried when she heard that I was attacked, and again when I limped in and she saw me and my injuries. Since that day, due to the physical attacks on me, I have had to undergo numerous costly surgical procedures and treatments throughout my upper and lower right side. Furthermore, my highly respected neurological specialist in Los Angeles informed me that for the rest of my life, I will require continuous costly surgical procedures and medical care. These procedures that will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars will not be covered by insurance of any kind, and I will have to continue to pay out of pocket, as my family and I have been paying for almost 5 years. I am reaching out via crowdfunding because I desperately need help funding my long-term medical care. These attacks impacted my entire family, including financially. Prior to being attacked, I was an able and independent disabled person who, because of the attacks, became very limited, in terrible pain, traumatized, and dependent on a caregiver. I no longer have been able to participate in my community, volunteer, or have a social life. My beloved nieces called me months later to get together with them. They spoke about their life, and then they spoke about eyewitnessing the attacks on me. I, along with our entire family, love my nieces unconditionally. I never expected that I would be attacked on a school campus that should have been a safe place. I was there to visit my nieces and share another loving family moment during their lunchtime. Hagen and Repsher should have followed SCDS's mission statement, if they had issues, to resolve them peacefully and respectfully, and been a good example for the children, but they chose not to. They chose to attack me. Then they lied, contradicted each other and themselves regarding their attacks on me. Furthermore, SCDS continuously has maligned me and my family. We've learned that this is not the first time that Stephen Repsha has had issues as headmaster of a school. Kristen Hagen and Stephen Repsha targeted, attacked, and injured me as a disabled, vulnerable person while Principal Christy Vale stood by and watched. I have learned that this could happen to anyone vulnerable or perceived as vulnerable, although no one ever thinks it could happen to them. It is well documented that I need lifelong surgical procedures and medical care, and that it can help improve my condition and situation. I hope hearing this, you will consider helping me reach my goal, obtaining the medical care that I need, so that I may one day function at a higher level than I can today. Thank you very much. May you go from strength to strength. Please share this.